this is Katie. So if you watched a couple of my vlogs last week, I was in Montana for most of the summer, and then I left and I did a vlog going from Bozeman to Rapid City, South Dakota. And then I did another vlog going from Rapid City to Omaha. And right now I'm still in Omaha, and this vlog is going to be Omaha to, can you guys guess where I'm going yet for the next few weeks? I'm sure most of you guys guessed just with the idea that I'm going east. I am going to Nashville. Of course I am. I'm in Nashville all the time. But yeah, I just decided to go there and hang out at my friend David's house for a few weeks. And so that's where I'm headed. And it right now is Saturday night, and I'm planning on getting there probably Monday night. And so that was my GoPro shutting off. I thought I already shut it off, but I guess I didn't. And so after like 5 minutes, it shuts off by itself. Anyway, so I'm probably gonna get to Nashville Monday night. And so tonight it is about 7 o'clock, and I'm about 2.5 hours away from my next destination, which is Kansas City. And then I'm gonna be there in the morning and in the afternoon, and then probably leave there like mid-afternoon and head to St. Louis, and then go from St. Louis to Nashville on Monday. And so that's kind of the idea, it's kind of the plan. So if you didn't watch those other vlogs the first few days of the trip, please go and watch those after this video. Stick around and watch this video. But tomorrow morning I have to work, and so I'm not really gonna vlog that. And then I need to run to Nordstrom Rack because for my birthday, like 6 weeks ago, I was in Bozeman, but I went to Salt Lake, forgot for a second, I went to Salt Lake to eat In-N-Out Burger, but then also I went shopping while I was there, and I bought a bunch of things from Nordstrom Rack that I ended up wanting to return, but there's no Nordstrom Rack like anywhere in Montana. And then on the drive, there's none. There have been no Nordstrom Racks, and I know that there's one in either Kansas City or St. Louis. I think maybe both, but I think there's one in Kansas City. So I'm just gonna go there tomorrow and like return the few things that I had to return. And then I don't know what else I'm going to be doing, because I'm not gonna be in St. Louis or in Kansas City for too long. And so I'll find something to do that's fun or cool or interesting and take you guys along with me, and obviously show you some of the drive as well to see some of the scenery. And yeah, we'll just see what we get into. So it is about 10 o'clock and I'm in Kansas City, and I just pulled up to the truck stop that I thought I was gonna be able to sleep at, and I found out that I'm not. They have limited parking, and the parking that they do have says 60-minute parking only. So I do not park in truck stops when they have signs that say 60-minute or 2-hour parking only. Most truck stops don't, but sometimes you'll see signs like that, and then I do not feel comfortable sleeping there. I have before a couple times, like accidentally, if I didn't see those signs, and most of the time I was fine, but I still don't like to do that. Like, it's not respecting the company. And so there seems to be another truck stop a couple minutes away, but that one from my research did not look very big. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep there either, but now we're just on the hunt. This does not happen very often. Usually when I find a place I can sleep there, but every once in a while I can't. And so now we're on the hunt for a truck stop, a rest area. Last resort is always Walmart. I'm at Flying J now, and there's apparently like a Pilot a couple minutes away. So we're gonna go there and see how that one works out. Hey, so I went to that Pilot, and there were little parking lots on either side of the building that said 30-minute parking only. Like, there were like signs that said 30-minute parking only. Then there was parking basically on the street, and there were maybe 10 or so parking spaces there, and like half of them said reserved, and then the other half didn't say anything. And there were no signs, no 30-minute parking signs or anything like that. But if you guys watch my video titled He Kicked Me Out that I posted like last summer, something very similar happened to me last year at, I think it was a Pilot out in California, where like the back parking spaces had like signs that said, like, I think at that place it was like 2-hour parking, but then the side ones did not have any signs at all. And so I assumed that the signs were for that side of the parking lot. You know, like some parking lots will have, I don't really know how to explain this, that it was different. So like You know, some parking lots, every few spaces, they might have a sign that says 30-minute parking, but they mean the whole side. You know what I mean? At the pilot last year, it was literally specifically like this wall had the 2-hour parking, and this wall did not have any signs whatsoever. And so I parked there, and I parked there several times, and I was totally fine, and there were other people parked there sleeping. And then one night I ended up getting kicked out, and the guy was like, well, it's 2-hour parking. I'm like, yeah, but that sign is for that wall. And he's like, well, no, it pertains to the whole parking lot. Which it didn't seem like that, because it was like the wall I was on did not have any signs. But anyway, so I was kind of nervous that that was gonna be the same scenario at that pilot, that like the back parking spaces said 30-minute parking and the ones up near the road didn't say anything. Well, some said reserved, but then there were just like 5 that just didn't say anything. But I still just had a weird feeling about it, and so I didn't want to stay there. So now, here's the thing. I don't need to stay in Kansas City. I'm not here for any reason. I know before I said that I had some stuff to return at Nordstrom Rack, but there's other Nordstrom Racks that I can go to, like in Nashville and stuff. I'm just kind of driving to Nashville and just wanted to stop in a few places to just like check them out and, you know, like experience things and also like record some stuff. But I don't have like an actual like need to be in Kansas City. So now it's 10:30 at night, but I'm thinking I might leave and go, there's another truck stop in like an hour, and then just stop at that one. Because, oh, really quickly, I think I've explained this in a couple of videos, but I'm gonna do it again very quickly in this video, that there's a Pilot and Flying J app. Those are the truck stops that I generally stay at. So there's an app, and if you click on it, I'm just looking at it right now, if you click on it, I always click continue as guest, and then it'll ask you if you're a professional RV or auto driver. I click professional because the trick that I use to have an idea if I could sleep at a truck stop or not is I will click on the truck stop, because they'll give you like a map, and you can like either map it out and like do a trip planner, or you'll just, when it just pops up, it'll show you the ones near you. So you can just click on one, and then, oh, this one's in Carney, Missouri. That's funny, but it's spelled with a K. But anyway, so then, I'm not sure you can see, but see like this bar on the bottom? This little box that my thumb is kind of covering says parking. That means truck parking, but if the number, in my experience, is above like 80-ish, then generally that means that that truck stop is big enough that there will probably be a bunch of car parking spots as well. And so this one in Carney, Missouri says 90. But then the next step that I take sometimes, and I wish I did it today because I did not do it today, which is why I got stuck at all these places, is that I will take that address and I'll look it up on Google Maps, and I will vroom vroom. Okay. So the next step that I sometimes take is that I will go on my computer and I'll go on Google Maps and I will do street view to the exact truck stop, and I'll see if I can tell that there are a bunch of parking spaces not right next to the building, because you don't want to park like right in front of the building. You want to park like on the side parking spaces, or sometimes I have them like in like the front near the street. And also I'll look to see if I see any signs, because you can't see what the sign says from street view because you're looking at it backwards, but generally if there's a sign, it probably says 30-minute parking or 2-hour parking, not always, but generally. So I will take that step as well a lot of the times. But this one that I thought I was gonna be able to stay at, that first Flying J, had like 120 parking spaces, and I have rarely seen a Flying J have those 2-hour or 30-minute limit signs. Usually those are at Pilots or Loves or something like that. I usually don't see them at Flying J as often, so I was just like, oh, whatever. There are a few in Kansas City, and this Flying J will probably work. So I didn't really check it, because you guys know I've been doing this for a really long time. However, that is not a reason to not prepare for certain things like this. I should have checked, but I didn't. So I'm not sure if I want to stay in Kansas City so I can drive up to the one in Carney. It's only like 20 minutes away. I can drive up there. Well, I'll check it on my computer first. I can drive up there, or I can just head closer to Nashville. So right now I'm in a QT, I don't know what that stands for, quick trip gas station that does have parking spaces, and it just says QT parking only, so it doesn't have a time limit or anything. But I'm still just, I don't know. And this rarely happens. I think I've only had trouble finding a parking space like a few times over the last few years. But right now, for some reason, I just have like a weird, I don't know, I just like feel weird about this right now. I think because usually I don't find 2 in a row that I can't sleep at. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna drive out of town and sleep and then come back here in the morning, or if I'm just going to leave. I'm not sure yet. This stuff just like, It's like not the biggest deal in the world. Obviously, if I really needed to, I could get a hotel or something, but usually I don't get nervous about sleeping in my car. I think a lot of you guys question that, or you know, are curious, like, oh, don't you get scared? Like, I personally don't. I feel super safe and comfortable in my car, but every once in a while, this happens to me like once every like 4 or 5 months, that I just get a little like I don't know, like a little like uneasy if like I can't really find a place that I feel like I'm gonna feel safe at. So I'm gonna keep looking, I'm gonna think about it, and I'll let you guys know what I end up doing. Okay, so just to show you guys really quickly, I looked up the Pilot in Carney and I did Street View, and do you see that glare, that light? I'm moving my hand behind it. And like right here, there would normally be signs if it was like 2-hour parking. And like, see like right here, like I don't see any signs or anything. So yeah, I always sleep, this is what I'm talking about when I say like, oh, near the street. Usually there's parking here or over here. I would never sleep up here, like right where the actual building is. But these spots I think are totally fine. Yeah, so this spot looks good, and this is where I probably am gonna go tonight, the one in Carney. It's only like 18 minutes I think from here, so then I can still do some stuff in Kansas City tomorrow. Like I still have to work in the morning, but then I can do some stuff in Kansas City and then head to St. Louis tomorrow. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I just took my makeup off, by the way, because it was bothering my eyes for some reason. I don't know, my eye makeup never bothers me, but it was. One thought that I just had was, the Flying J and the Pilot that I just went to that like I couldn't sleep at, they were pretty like in the city. And so I wonder if that might just be why. That usually when I'm staying at a truck stop, it's like a little bit outside of a city. And so maybe those are a little bit more lenient with parking. And then the ones in the city or closer to cities, they are more strict on half-hour or 2-hour parking. So maybe that's what that is. I just felt like telling you guys that it might be a little bit easier to sleep somewhere if it's like a little bit outside of a city in terms of truck stops. Okay, I'm gonna go drive to, I think I'm gonna go stay at the one in Carney. And I hope that's how you guys say it. I know you spell it with a K, but I still hope that you say it Carney. So, it's 12:38, and you know, like I'm all like set up and stuff to sleep, and I was lying down after, you know, going to 2 different truck stops that didn't work, and now I'm at the 3rd and this one's fine. But it was a little uneasy when something like that happens. Again, it's very rare, but when it does, it's a little like, oh, I hope I find somewhere, and I get a little nervous and a little like anxious-y about it, and I feel a little uneasy. And then I was laying down, and after about a half hour, I was like, oh, I'm real sick. And so I just had to run into the bathroom at the Pilot. So this is just like a really good night. So I'm probably gonna be up for a while. I don't feel great. I don't feel like the worst I've ever felt, but I don't feel great. And so, like I said, it's like 12:30. And also it's really warm. It's really, really warm, and the batteries in my fan are dead, and I do not feel like looking for where my batteries are because I don't remember where they are, but at least like I still have like the spritzer part, so I'm spraying myself with water because it's really warm, and I don't feel great. It took me a long time to find a place to sleep, and these are just honestly like, these are the worst parts of sleeping in a car. And actually, I didn't even record it, but the other night it was storming, and that is probably tied-ish for first with getting sick in the car, like stomach sick, with things I hate about sleeping in the car. Because like when it rains, if it's just like drizzling or like kind of raining, it's okay, but when it storms or when it really heavily rains, it's so loud on my car. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I love sleeping when it rains. Not in this car, it's so loud. That happened the other night. I don't think it's supposed to rain tonight, but yeah, that it's like, it's warm and it took me a while to find a place and my stomach hurts. This does not normally happen. So it's just a combination of all things not great. But, you know, that's okay. But anyway, I'm gonna lie down and put on Netflix or something. And I'm gonna turn the camera off. Otherwise, I will just keep repeating that I don't feel good. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it's the next day. It is 12:26 p.m. I set my alarm for like 7:30 or 8 or something, and I snoozed it until 8:30 because I did not sleep well. I just did not sleep well. I generally sleep just as well in my car as I do in a house. I've always had sleep issues since I was younger. Like, I wake up a lot when I sleep, and last night I just woke up even more often than I normally do. I think it was just a mixture of not feeling well and a mixture of it being warm and all that kind of stuff. So it was just not the best, but usually I sleep fine. So I woke up at about 8:30 and I edited my video for this morning because it is Sunday now. Edited my video, posted that, and now I am at Nordstrom Rack to return a bunch of stuff that I bought on my birthday. And because it was like my birthday and I was like really excited to like buy a bunch of stuff, and then I realized that I didn't need most of it. And so I'm gonna return a bunch of that, and then I think I'm going to go, I'm not sure if it's downtown or what, but there's a store called Baldwin that I went to in West Hollywood, I guess, in LA, and I loved it. And I know that it started in Kansas City. And so I just kind of wanted to go there to look around there as well. It's like a boutique-y kind of store. And then maybe just walk around downtown or whatever. Like, oh, P.S., I'm feeling fine now. But I did get sick last night. Did I mention that? Wait, did I mention that I was sick last night? I don't remember at all. Actually, I don't remember at all, but I got sick last night. I don't remember because I was so sick, but I feel fine now. I haven't even eaten yet, but I will soon. But I'm gonna run to Nordstrom Rack, eat, run to Baldwin, and then probably like walk around downtown, do some Kansas City stuff.
I don't wanna wait a whole entire lifetime looking back on it, wishing we had had the sights right. I've been reflecting with a little bit of hindsight, seemingly the greenery is drowning out the white light, but pigment isn't a figment of an imagination. Color on the wheel that provided ventilation with the motivation, taking tired nations, tell them what to do. It isn't difficult to pace it. I'm almost 18, got a no change routine, and I might turn to wick and water if I wanna clean, but there's not enough for me. I mean, the gas ignite the green, although I'm not burning down old entire forests like it seemed. The motivation me and the entire corporate scheme. Char the hills, chop them up, there's plenty other ones that steamroll poles. Just waiting on an answer, and I'ma look all day to the grave if it takes that long.
Okay, I was able to return all my stuff, and then obviously while I was in there I looked around for a little bit. I didn't buy anything, but I just wanted to look around. And yeah, now we are going to go drive and walk around a little bit more. And I definitely need to eat. You guys have to make me eat. It's like almost 1 o'clock. Haven't eaten yet. Okay, since I'm not very hungry, but I know that I need to eat, especially since I didn't eat a lot yesterday and then I got stomach sick, so I need to eat something. I'm having a Hint watermelon water. It's just like flavored water. It's like a liqueur that's not sparkling. And watermelon's my favorite flavor. And I'm having a Go Macro bar. The banana almond butter is my favorite one. So I'm gonna have, well, I probably won't eat the whole thing of this, but at least half of it, just to get something in my belly. Okay, I don't know exactly what part of town I'm in, but it's like all shops. So this is gonna be a fun afternoon.
When I wake up, oh, so that the grain is gonna come back. I'm waiting. I don't wanna see it go now. I don't wanna see it go now.
Wow, this is such like a pretty area. And I think it has like every store that you would ever want to shop at. Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, I forgot how expensive Baldwin was. When I went there in LA last year, I only bought one thing and it was on the sale rack. And yeah, so I did not buy anything there, but it's a very pretty shop to look around in. So now I'm just gonna walk around for a few minutes. It's very, very hot, so I'm not gonna walk around too long. It's like 88 degrees or something ridiculous. And so I'm not gonna walk around too long, but it's such a pretty area that I need to walk around a little bit. I just got back to my car. I didn't buy anything. I only went into Baldwin, Sephora, and Barnes & Noble. And I didn't find anything, and now I'm back in my car because I just looked, it's 91 degrees. And you know your girl cannot withstand extreme heat or extreme cold. So I walked around for a few minutes, you know, got my like 1/8 of a mile exercise in. And I don't know where else I really want to go. Again, if you've watched like my other vlogs of this little series of me driving right now, I don't really have destinations or anything. And this is honestly like how I travel a lot of the time, that I drive through a city and I'll just kind of drive around, or I'll look quickly online to see if anything catches my eye, and then I'll just stop if I want to stop. So I'm just kind of sharing with you guys like my actual life of when like I'm driving through a town that I'm only going to stay there for a few hours or for a day. This is just generally what I do. I'll just talk to you guys when I figure out what I'm gonna do next.
When I wake up, oh, so that the grain is gonna come back. I'm waiting. I don't wanna see it go now. I don't wanna see it go now. I flick a pick and get a flame. top of burning isn't hurting in the blame. And all that I'm doing is just alluding to a claim that some people seem to disapprove of, and that's a shame. Can I get a little green and a little less black? They're cutting down the trees so the paper fill the racks, but we're turning up the heat so the vapor fill the packs. And I know nothing, but I say something when it's wrong.
Okay, it is 2:45 and I just drove downtown and showed you guys a little bit of that footage. This seems like a cute city. People are not the best drivers here, I'll tell you that much, but seems like a cute city. But I am so like just excited to get back to Nashville, and so I'm probably gonna just leave here and start heading east. I'm not even entirely sure if I'm gonna stop in St. Louis or if I'm gonna stop after that, or I might just drive straight through to Nashville. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I am gonna just run to a grocery store to get like some real food and then start driving. Hey guys, I just parked to sleep. I decided to skip St. Louis. I just like really want to get to Nashville. And again, I didn't plan much of the trip, so I didn't have anything like I really needed to see in St. Louis. I have been there before. But so, yeah, so I left Kansas City, drove a few hours, and now I am at a pilot that's maybe an hour east of St. Louis, I think. So tomorrow morning, I'm really just gonna wake up and drive, and I think I'm only like, I'm gonna check. I think I'm only like 3 hours away from Nashville right now. So like I could have finished that drive tonight. It's only 10:15, but I'm tired and I did not feel like continuing to drive. So Nashville is, yeah, three and a half hours. And so I will probably get there tomorrow by like noon or so. And then I'm gonna be staying there for, I'm not entirely sure, but I think maybe like 6 weeks or so. I think I'm actually going to like just be staying at David's for a little while. When I lived with him earlier this year, when I like really hurt my neck, or when I was staying with him, I didn't really live with him. I wouldn't consider it that because I didn't unpack my car or anything. I just like slept there. But when I was staying with him, he was in a really big house, but he is selling that house. So now he's in an apartment, but he still has given me like an open invitation to stay on his couch. And so that's what I'm gonna do for the next month or 6 weeks or so, and paying rent, obviously, just in case some people are curious. But yeah, I'm just kind of in the mood to just kind of be in Nashville for a little while. And I'm still gonna be traveling. Like I already think I can think of like a couple trips kind of that I might have planned even while I'm in Nashville, but I'm gonna be staying there most of the time for the next 6 weeks, if that makes sense. So anyway, gonna sleep. Well, I'm gonna lie down and probably put Netflix on, and then I'm gonna sleep, and then I will talk to you guys in the morning. Hey guys, it's a few days later and I just wanted to close out this vlog. I'm at David's apartment in Nashville. David's my best friend, if you guys didn't know, but yeah, so I'm at David's and I just wanted to close out this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I wanted to say two things. First of all, I am going to be having a meetup in Nashville in like early October of 2019. I don't know when you're watching this, but if you are interested, if you live near or in Nashville and you're interested in like hanging out with me and like some other awesome people, go follow me on Instagram, because that's where I'm gonna have all the details and everything. So my Instagram's just Katie Carney. But then also I wanted to say that like, I know that this vlog was a little extra complainy, and I'm sorry about that. I actually hate complaining, but I want my vlogs to be real life, you know? I don't want to just show you guys when things are great. I want to show you guys that choosing the lifestyle that you really want takes sacrifice. It's not going to be great all the time, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to be great most of the time. I'm really big on choosing life that you want and doing things that are really important to you, and that will help you grow and learn and change, and that are big priorities to you. And so yeah, some parts of traveling, living in the car, sleeping at truck stops are difficult sometimes, sure. Like, is getting sick in the car worse than getting sick in a house? Absolutely. Sometimes if you can't find a place to sleep, does that give you a little bit of anxiety? Sure, but it's rare. It's so rare getting sick in the car. It's so rare not being able to find a place to sleep. And so I think it's really important to, you know, like, think of the life that you want, weigh the pros and cons, think about what's gonna be best for you. Every single lifestyle, every single job, every single relationship, any choice you make is gonna have some cons. And so think about which cons you're willing to deal with and which priorities that you have that you can be working towards and living towards. And so I'm not going to not travel because getting sick in the car sucks. That's not a reason for me to not travel. I'm not going to not travel because sometimes it's difficult, or sometimes I get lonely, or sometimes I can't find a place to sleep. Those are not reasons for me to not travel. I have wanted to travel because of all the experiences I can have, and all those other pros have definitely outweighed the cons. So I just wanted to kind of like encourage you guys a little bit and just kind of explain that I want to show you guys the good and the bad, but it does not mean that the bad is common. It does not mean that the bad is the worst thing I've ever gone through. It does not mean that the bad outweighs the good. And it does not mean that the bad is a reason to not do something that you really want to do, because everything that you're going to do in life is going to have some difficulty to it or some like bad times. So you might as well do something that the pros are so incredible. So just wanted to tell you guys that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're subscribed to my channel and following me on Instagram as well. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. I love you. Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.